I'm Spencer.
It's your boy JD!
And this is The Itch.
Welcome!
And we're here to talk about, or here we're to review
Woo!
Never Alone.
Because you're never alone.
It's a
Get us!
puzzle platformer video game. It was created by Upper One Games. It's a very unique indie style game. It was actually developed with the help of, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, it's Inupiaq or something like that.
Where is it?
Inupiaq. Girl.
Yeah,
In the Alaskan desert.
that's the character.
No, but that's the indigenous people.
Oh, cool. So they helped out with the...
Yeah, they helped out make
They're
it.
like, represent us!
Yeah, and like use actual stuff that they would use. I think it's kind of like a Eskimo type of thing,
Oh.
which is really neat. But it was made in development with that to kind of give an interesting little experience. And when I say little, I mean little.
Little!
But it's a puzzle platformer type of game, kind of like an adventure style side scroller.
Scrawler!
Pretty much, which is, it's got a very ice setting. It's all very cold, obviously, because it's supposed to be in Alaska.
You should just have a ton of puns about ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an ice game with ice visuals.
Yeah.
Ah!
I see what you did there.
Anyway,
Yeah. I would never give this game below 0 in the ratings.
because they don't do ratings.
Well, and because of the fun. So my experience, it was, I can't remember how long it was. It was very short.
Really?
It had to be between 3 and 5 hours.
Like 2 minutes and I was done. $15. Get out,
Just like sex.
I'm in the zone.
Yeah. But no, it was very, very short. I can't remember exactly how long it was, but I know it was very short.
Yeah.
And, it took me about 2 sittings, I guess, of solid work to get done with it.
Okay.
Just did some other stuff, came back to it, finished it up. It was pretty
It's
enjoyable.
like sex.
Also, we're making more sexual innuendos than frost innuendos.
Fuck it.
That's alright.
Yeah.
So, the game is, again, like puzzle platformer. You do a lot of jumping. You actually end up getting the help of a wolf. Or, I think it's a wolf. It's like a dog-wolf type of thing. And it follows you around, and it's kind of like a spirit animal. It's not really necessarily an animal per se. But it can kind of conjure the environment to help you get through puzzles. So, like, the wolf will jump into a certain area, and then, like, a weird creature will appear, but it's only made of lines.
Okay.
And so then you can jump on the lines that it creates.
Yeah.
And then the wolf kind of guides it throughout the rest of the map, and you have to kind of work in tangent with the two.
Mm-hmm.
They did a great job of actually making each unit autonomous. So if you're only playing as the dog for one part, the character will at least follow you and make the jumps, usually. I'd say 90% of the time they successfully make that jump. Sometimes the kid just falls over and,
Game over.
It's really sad when one of your characters dies because the other one just sobs.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that.
It's a little sad, but visually it's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't say it's the most gorgeous game ever, but the art style, again, if you
You could tell what they were going for.
right, they had a set art style and they ran with it, and it was nice. Very, very cold. Again.
It must be cold here.
Yeah, they get that across really well, and there's some awesome mechanics about wind. So you got to work with and against the wind sometimes.
You gotta wake the wind up.
Yeah.
You just...
And it'll jump, like it'll push one way, and then you have to jump that way to make bigger jumps.
Oh, like momentum.
Yeah,
Oh,
and all
neat.
that kind of falls into it.
Creative. Very creative.
And it was creative on the areas that you end up in. Like, I'm not going to spoil a lot of it, but you kind of get in fights with polar bears on ice. Icebergs, little mini icebergs.
How Lord of the Rings, or how The Hobbit should have ended. Huh? Yeah?
Right. And then you actually get into a whale at one point, which is kind of cool. And you're kind of in his body doing
Pinocchio the fuck out of it.
shit. Yeah?
Is that Pinocchio?
Yeah. That's
It is?
Pinocchio.
Okay. Yeah. You Pinocchio the fuck out.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. Took you to some interesting places, and the story was definitely told from the perspective of those indigenous people. It definitely felt like a myth that they were kind of doing.
Do you feel like it did them justice?
Yeah. I think that they made a game to be proud of. I'm not going to say this is an amazing game that's going to be game of the year or anything. But they wanted to tell a story. They wanted it to be simple. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that was a success. The sounds were, the guy narrating it was, he sufficed. Like, he was speaking in his own language, so it was kind of translated for you.
Oh, neat.
But it was kind of, it was cool. The sounds were secondary. Nothing too amazing on that
Yeah.
on that account.
I'm starting to see that either it's really good or it's not all that.
Right, they gotta focus on it.
Yeah.
So in these indie games, they have they're either gonna focus on it or it's just gonna be like when they walk, it's gotta go tit tat tit tat.
Yeah, like Hotline Miami, for instance.
Right.
Which we did a review on. Check that out. We'll have a sequence where it's like the music is great, and then you're like, yeah, I'm fucking ready. You go in there and all this like blood and guts and all this stuff, but holy shit, no dialogue. People don't say shit to each other.
Not in the budget.
Yeah, it's not in the budget.
So it was cool, but it just wasn't the standout for it.
Yeah.
So the pros, the game is short. It doesn't wear itself out. That could also be a con, obviously, it being a short game, but depending on the gamer. I think it worked to its benefit. It was not a full price game. In fact, it was free on the PlayStation Network last month.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that.
We'll have another review on a game that was free last month.
Yeah.
Shortly.
So there's that. It's a good length. It has an interesting villain that you're kind of excited to kill.
Violent.
Yeah.
That's always good. Your story's only as good as the villain. Your hero's only as good as your villain.
You do end up kind of hating that villain. He's kind of a dick. Granted, not a lot of characterization, but you kind of get the impression of what they're talking about. And I thought that was good.
So it's subtle. Like it'll be like, I'm going to hurt you, which means it's like, I'm going to kill you and dismember you and shit.
Yeah. Like he'll throw fire at you and you got to like run away from it. They get the impression that you're very weak. Very, very strongly. Yeah, it's good characterization in that aspect.
It's very good.
So the guy is definitely terrifying because he's flinging fire at you.
Like, shit!
He throws fireballs and you have like a slingshot.
Okay.
So, there was one really tragic scene. I hope this doesn't spoil it.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's one specifically tragic scene with the wolf. That was like, oh my god. But other than that, yeah, that was probably the most over the top scene in the game.
This is the edge.
Yeah.
We're canceled.
But just expect that. You'll know what I'm talking about if you play.
Yeah.
But that's the pro. The other pro is the graphics. It definitely gets the story across. It kind of melds in with everything. The cons are, again, if this is a con, it's not very long. So if that's bad for you, if you're like every game's got to be 10 hours plus, this game is definitely not.
That'd be 10 hours.
Not any side quests. None of that.
Pretty straightforward.
It's pretty much exactly. You're just walking in a straight line pretty much the whole way.
Yeah.
It's how you do it.
This is Mega Man.
It's almost
just
like parkour.
extended.
It'd be like parkour, a side-scroller parkour almost, but just really slow.
Really slow. So
Just basically
slow core.
Slow core. That almost sounds like metal.
Sub-parkour.
Oh!
Baller! I'll be here all week. Anyway.
So that can be con. The sounds are not amazing.
No.
If you're a vocal or like a audio file kind of person, it's not gonna blow you out of the water. It's not trying to, but it's not
It'll
going
keep
to.
you in the water.
Yeah.
The frozen Arctic water. But
Yeah.
play Hotline Miami.
That's right.
So that's our comparison in that regard.
They're pretty much the same game.
They're both about violence and.
So would I
Nice.
recommend it? I would say for $5. If you can get this game for $5, play it. I don't know how much it's running for. I would expect like 15. That's usually the indie kind of price.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get it for $5, that'd be the good
Yeah,
price
I think
for
it is at 15 too.
So
So if it goes up on sale, by all means, check it out.
it's definitely a good like afternoon purchase.
Maybe $7 too, because
Yeah.
some of them like they don't drop like that low sometimes. So if it's like at $7 or something like that,
Yeah,
less
I think
than 10.
Under $10 would be a really good price for it.
Fun. Yeah, for 3 to 5 hours of fun.
Yeah, it's a strong, not I wouldn't say a strong theme. Like when I think of good theme in an indie game, I think of Ori and the Blind Forest. That really tied everything together really well.
Yeah.
This one doesn't really have that. It's more just a straightforward like mythology tale.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's okay.
Serves its part, and if you're a fan of that kind of backdrop, you're probably gonna like this.
Yeah, and it'd be good to play with maybe like a family type of thing. Like
Oh,
if you got
yeah.
a kid that likes it, I mean, it's got a little dog, and like, the kids will
Exactly.
love that. Just don't let the dog die. Because the kid will be really sad. He whimpers. If the kid dies, then the dog like whimpers.
No,
He's like,
I have it. I think I have it downloaded. I'm
Oh, do
not
you?
going to show my girlfriend. Yeah, she loves animals
Yeah.
too much. To,
I don't mind. I like breaking the
She's
dogs.
gonna
and
be-
that.
Oh God,
So,
damn!
I'm Spencer.
and I'm appalled. This is the edge.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on This Is The Itch on Twitch.
We do new videos. Oh shit!
Almost fell over.
Almost fell over. Thanks for watching.